नमस्कार, मी रवींद्र बोंद्रे, आदर्श विद्यालय चिखली, जिल्हा बुलढाणा. सध्या लॉकडाऊनचा पिरियड आहे. आम्ही हे तुम्हाला वारंवार सांगत आहोत आणि मुलांचं नुकसान होऊ नये म्हणून ऑनलाईन क्लासेस आम्ही आयोजित केलेले आहेत. आपण बघितलं आहे, याच्या आधी मी 2 चॅप्टर याच्यावर घेतलेले आहेत. आता तिसरा चॅप्टर सुरू आहे आपण 10वीचा, सायन्स 2, विज्ञान 2. तर आपण घरी राहा, सुरक्षित राहा, अभ्यास करा, एवढंच आम्हाला सांगणं आहे. सो वी हॅव सीन life processes in living organisms part 1. We have started this chapter and today we have to see under this cell division and essential life process. But before that, in the previous session we have seen types of nutrients: carbohydrates, proteins, fats and vitamins. There is one nutrient left, that is called water. We shall say about this water and then we shall start cell division and essential life process. So there are 2 questions are asked about this under use your brain power. The first question is, many times we experience dryness in mouth. म्हणजे बऱ्याच वेळा आपला घसा कोरडा पडतो. Why? Because our body contains near about 60 to 70% of water, and this proportion should be maintained normally. Sometimes due to exercise or when we go in summer due to perspiration, either due to exercise or due to perspiration, there is loss of water from the body, and then we feel dryness in our mouth. It is natural thing. And at that time, when we drink water, then we will maintain our percentage of the body, and then at that time we feel better. And hence, due to loss of water by perspiration or exercise, we feel dryness in mouth. Second question, oral rehydration solution, ORS, is frequently given to persons experiencing loose motion. We can say julab. So the persons who experience loose motion, to that persons the solution of ORS, oral rehydration solution, is given. Now this ORS is given to the persons who experience loose motion. Now loose motion means loss of water from the body. That is called dehydration. So there are 2 words, dehydration and rehydration. Dehydration means loss of water along with some nutrients from the body, and then person become weak and get tired immediately. So if the same process takes place in the childs, then it is fatal to them, for their health. It is danger for their health, and hence the immediate remedy is to give ORS solution. We can prepare ORS solution at our home, and it is mixture of sugar plus salt plus water. So take 1 glass of water, add 1 spoon of sugar and salt and stir it, and if this solution is given to the child or person who is suffering from loose motion, then after some time the level of water in the body and electrolytes, sodium ions, potassium ions, they are increased, and then that person feel good or better because of maintenance of level of water in the body. So by these two questions we can experience that the water is most important nutrient for our body. Though it do not have nutrients, but it is used for circulation of all nutrients in the body, and hence it is also considered as a nutrient. So that is all about ORS. So this ORS contains the water and along with nutrients, these electrolytes, and hence they help for maintenance of level of water and electrolytes. So that is all about second question. Then third question, we sweat during summer and heavy respiration. So we sweat, घाम येतो आपल्याला उन्हाळ्यामध्ये आणि व्यायाम केल्यानंतर. So sweating means in summer the temperature is more. This temperature is about 40 degrees Celsius in summer, or in some areas like Vidarbha it is about 45 degrees Celsius. At that temperature what happens, as the surrounding temperature is more, the body temperature also increases. Now our body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius, and this temperature is always constant because we are warm-blooded animals. We have seen about warm-blooded animals in animal classification. So this temperature is always maintained throughout the life. So as the temperature of surrounding increases, what happens? The body temperature also increases, and it is not good for our health. It is fatal. So what happens? Immediately our body releases the water in the form of sweat. So water in the form of sweat, and hence what happens, as there is loss of water in the form of sweat, that is called perspiration. So what happens, we feel cold. If we touch our body in summer, it is cold because the temperature of body is maintained. But what happens, at the same time the level of water in the body decreases and we feel thirsty. So when we drink water, what happens, our level of water is maintained, and hence and when we do exercise in summer or in any condition, in any season, what happens, again there is loss of water by sweating because temperature of body is increased, and to maintain the temperature our body releases heat in the form of sweat, and hence our body temperature is maintained. And as there is loss of water, this loss of water can be maintained by drinking sufficient water. So these are all the questions about water. So water is also a main nutrient because our body cell contains 70% of water, and our body contains 60 to 70% of water. Each cell have 70% of water by its weight, and this water level is maintained. If it is disturbed, as we have seen, then we maintain it by drinking more water, and hence water is also an essential nutrient. Then our blood plasma, it contains 90% of water. Blood plasma, it contains 90% of water, and hence it is also important. The other nutrient, it is not nutrient, we can say subnutrient, is also fiber. fibers. Fibers are not digested by our body. Any type of enzyme cannot digest the fiber. But though it is not digested, but this fiber helps to digest another type of foods or nutrients, and hence they are essential to us. They also help for digestion of undigested substances. So for these two purposes we require the fibers in our body, and these fibers we get from fruits, some vegetables and cereals. Cereal means wheat, rice, jawar, bajra, rice, etc. So from these are the sources from which we get the fibers, and these fibers help for digestion of other substances and for digestion of undigested substances. So that is all about water and fibers. So with that we have finished the types of nutrients and nutrition. And now today we have to see cell division and essential life process, another topic of this chapter. There are some questions asked in the book, page number 70. We shall see one by one. Under the heading, can you tell? The first question is, what happens to cell of injured tissue? If the tissues are injured, जखम झाली, तर मग काय होतं? Now there is injury due to accident or injury due to some other incidents. At that time what happens? When there is injury, the blood capillaries get ruptured and the cells they get damaged. And what happens? Blood flows outside the body, and this flowing of blood outside the body is not good, because blood is the precious liquid for our body. It maintains all the functions of our body. Circulation takes place through blood, and hence loss of blood is not good. So what happens? These cells, immediately there is healing of wound. So we try to stop the flow of blood, and our body also works naturally by a process called healing of wound. And after healing of wound, what happens? New cells are formed and there is restoration in the body. So that is all about the first question. So when the cells get injured, there is rupturing of cells or tissues, and what happens? The blood flows continuously outside the body, and to maintain loss of the blood from the body, there is healing of wound. New cells are formed by a process called cell division. So we are looking today. Second question, whether new cells are formed during healing of wound. We have seen when there is a injury, what happens? A wound is formed and there is inflammation in that part. Any part of the body is injured, like our hand, leg, any part. What happens? Blood flows, and that in that part there is sensation and there is a pain. And the pain depends on type of injury. So blood flows, and what happens then? Immediately there is a healing of wound, and after some time a scab is formed due to healing of wound. So what happens when there is a wound? There is rupturing of capillaries. Due to this rupturing of capillaries, blood flows outside the body, and we have seen blood is a precious fluid, and hence immediately what happens? Cell division in that area. So suppose this is the wound. So immediately around this wound, immediately cell division is fast. And what happens? This wound is healed. That is called healing of wound, and a scab is formed. And then we get relief from that. But it depends on type of wound. If wound is small, then it is recovered immediately. But if it is large, then we have to go to doctor for their advice. Then next question, do the plants get injured when do we pluck the flowers? ज्यावेळेस आपण फूल तोडतो त्यावेळेस प्लांटला इंजुरी होते का? How are those wounds healed? Now we know that plants do not have nervous system. As we keep our hand on a hot part, immediately we remove our hand. Or when a thorn, a pin enter in our leg, what happens? Immediately we remove our leg because we have nervous system. But in plant there is no nervous system. But it doesn't mean that they do not have a sensation. They have a sensation, but their sensation is different. So when we pluck a flower, what happens? In that part, cell division takes place fastly, and that part is recovered. So that is about plants. Then fourth question, how does the growth of any living organism occur? Does the number of cells in their body increase? If yes, how? The growth in any living organisms, we have seen when a birth of child takes place, it grows, and if it is girl, the height of that girl grows up to 18 years, and if the child is a boy, the height increases up to 21 years, and also girth is also increased. So this is due to cell division, means number of cells are formed due to cell division, and due to this cell division, what happens? As number of cells are formed, growth of the body takes place in multicellular organisms, and hence it is the cell division due to which growth of any living organism occurs. So as there is cell division, number of cells are increased in multiple, from 1 to 2, from 2 4, from 4 8. In that multiple, the number of cells are formed, and there is a growth of an organism. Then the last question, how the new individual of a species is formed from existing one of the same species. म्हणजे एकाच स्पेसीसच्या सध्या असलेल्या सजीवापासून नवीन सजीव कसा तयार होतो? मीन्स फ्रॉम अ ह्युमन, हाऊ द न्यू प्रोजेनी ऑफ ह्युमन्स आर फॉर्म्ड. From a mango plant, how new mango plants are formed, in that way. So naturally it is due to cell division, and this cell division results in the formation of new progeny of the same species. And this cell division or it is due to reproduction, we can say. Reproduction is the type of life process in which the new individuals are formed from the existing ones, but with the help of cell division. Means both are interdependent. So if there are two types of reproduction, one is called asexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, new individuals are formed from the same species by mitosis. So mitosis is the type of cell division by which in asexually reproducing organisms, new individuals are formed. Another type of reproduction is sexual reproduction, in which there are germ cells. These germ cells are formed by another process called meiosis or reduction division. We have to see today. So this meiosis is reduction division, where there are two types of germs, male gametes and female gametes. They unite to form a zygote and a new individual is formed. So in this way, reproduction is a type by life process by which new organism of the same species can be developed with the help of cell division, and this cell division is of two types, mitosis and meiosis. In asexual reproduction, by mitosis, new individuals are formed. In sexually reproducing organism, reduction division or meiosis takes place, and by this new individuals are formed. How they are formed, we have seen in the reproduction already, and also we have to see today with the help of types of cell division. So these are all the questions under the heading use your brain power. So now we shall start cell division. So cell division is the important property of an organism by which growth of an organism takes place. Growth is the important character of what is called cell division. Then a new organism is formed with the help of cell division. New organism. Just we have seen under the use your brain power heading. Then third use, an emaciated body is also formed with the help of cell division. So what is emaciated body? Emaciation is a process in which there is a severe loss of weight in the body, severe loss in the body due to loss of fat cells or muscles. Which muscles or which fat cells? Which are subcutaneous. Cutaneous means स्किन, त्वचे खाली जे फॅट असतात, जे मसल असतात ते लॉस होतात अचानकपणे, and due to that what happens, there is a extreme loss of weight and the person become thin. In such persons cell division plays an important role. Then new organism is formed by what is called cell division, and growth also takes place with the help of cell division. So these are the important functions or properties of what is called cell division, and this cell division is of two types. Now which are the types of cell division? There are two types of cell division. One is called mitosis and one is called meiosis. Now what is mitosis? What is meiosis? Today we have to see general information, detail about mitosis in the next lecture. Mitosis is a type of cell division in which chromosome number of an individual remains same. So if chromosome number is 24 of an individual, then by mitosis it is always 24. It does not change, and mitosis takes place in the stem cells and body cells. Stem cells and body cells, mitosis takes place, where chromosome number never change, it is always constant. and that is called mitosis. Then meiosis is a type of cell division in which the chromosome number reduced to half. Means chromosome number is 24, then it is 12. And hence it is called reduction division. Always it is called reduction division. So this is the main difference between mitosis and meiosis. One is called one type of division, mitosis, where chromosome number is always constant, which takes place in stem cells and body cells, also called somatic cells. Somatic cells. Then meiosis is a type of cell division which takes place, in which chromosome number is reduced to half, and it takes place in germ cells. A question is asked over this germ cells, and these germ cells, they are called haploid. Again there are two words, diploid, haploid. When chromosome number is maintained, it is called diploid. In human beings, 46 is our chromosome number, and this chromosome number is constant in all humans, so it is called diploid. But when the chromosome number reduces to half, means when it becomes 23, now it is called haploid and it is called young. So diploid and haploid. So, and this meiosis takes place in germ cells, and these germ cells are always haploid, where chromosome number is reduced to half. So that is all about general information of mitosis and meiosis. Again, a question is asked. Can you recall? A diagram is given on page number 18. This diagram is of chromosome. The structure of chromosome we have seen in the 9th class already. This is just a revision. This diagram is given. So this is a diagram of a typical chromosome, and there are some blank brackets like this. What is this? Second blank, then third blank, and fourth blank. These are 4 brackets. And second question is, what is the shape of chromosome? Means there are different shapes of chromosome. We shall see. But this is the diagram of a typical chromosome. Now, a chromosome has 2 arms. The upper arms are called P arms, and the lower 2 arms are called Q arms. So upper to P arms, lower to Q arm, and these arms are joined in the center with the help of centromere. So centromere is the joint which joins both the arms to each other, and the last, this one, it is called, this one is QR, and this diagram is of DNA. deoxyribose nucleic acid. So such type of diagram can be asked, and blanks are given. You have to write the names in these blanks. And next question, what are the shapes of chromosome? So there are 4 shapes of chromosome depending on the position of centriole. So depending on position of centriole. The first type, metacentric. Second type, submetacentric. Third type, acrocentric. And fourth type, telocentric. So these are the 4 types of chromosome depending on the position of centromere. So the first, metacentric. Then submetacentric. First we shall draw the diagrams and then we will see the description. So these are 4 types of chromosomes depending on the position of centromere. Now this is centromere. Now this is PR. This is QR. Now when the centromere is in the center, at that time it looks like V shape. Both the arms are of same size and they are joined with the centromere in the center. Such type of chromosome is called metacentric chromosome. Then second type of chromosome where this centromere is not in the center but it is just near the center and the shape looks like L. Now it is V, this is L. So here one arm is large, other arm is small, and this centromere is not in the center but it is near the center. This is called submetacentric chromosome. Third type of chromosome where the centromere is again away from the center and here it looks like English J. And here one arm is very large, one arm is very small, and it is called acrocentric. And the last is telocentric, where there is only one arm and centromere is present at the top. It looks like English I word. So these are different types of chromosomes. So that is all about today's topic. We have seen today general topic. And some questions for your homework. The first question is, what is cell division? Already we have seen. Second question, state types of cell division. We have also seen 2 types. Third, state different types of chromosomes depending on the position of centromere. Just we have seen 4 types. Fourth, state significance of cell division. We have seen 3 significance. And fifth, state 2 stages of mitosis. Now mitosis, we have seen definition, a type of cell division in which chromosome number is always constant or maintained and the it has two stages. We shall see tomorrow. First is karyokinesis and second is cytokinesis. So that is all about today's chapter. So stay at home and stay safe.